Hello, everyone. All having a good day? Alright, let's get this switched on over here. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Sylvia? I'm gonna give myself a little more. Hey. How's everyone doing? It's been a really long time since I got to be in a stream, so excited to drop in. I think let me go ahead, get some things prepped for you. Where are we? Like this. Okay. I'm gonna wait for some more people to drop in before we start talking about it, and I'm also going to be posting the announcement here to Steam in a little bit as well. So if some people want to read along as I'm talking about it with me, you'll be able to do that. Okay. Let's see. Hey, how's it going, JC? Been a long time, sir. Hope you and Mage are good. Yeah, we're doing not too bad. Thanks for the sub, appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Mage is like, we just got through some obnoxious hurricane, but luckily, we didn't have too much going on. We're worried that we might get some pretty bad flooding. We have this big pond. Let me fix this. But yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't that bad for us. Hey, how's it going, Triggy? We interacted in another chat the other day. Looking forward to the release. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Also terrified. Yeah, that's what I keep telling everyone. I said prepare to be terrified. I did specifically make, which we'll be talking about today. There's something in this event that it's just meant to scare the crap out of you. And what better guinea pig to use? I know it's evil. JC would probably say something to me about it, but having my girlfriend go through the horror experience for me to make sure that it is truly horrifying. Now, I try to make it so that it'll scare even me. And it does. So it does its job there, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I'm telling people, you can try to, I would, if you want to challenge yourself, see if you can go through it alone. It's creepy. And it could even, you can go through it multiple times. Like, what exactly is he talking about? So I'm going to do it just in a little bit. I'm just letting a few more people walk in, but it's going to be very terrifying. I still haven't been able to play the game. Oh yeah, what side of, we're in Central. So the flamingo is such a great touch. Yeah, the flamingo is pretty much the icon. The flamingo and the mimic are definitely the icon of the game for sure. Glad you guys are safe. Thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, me too. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited for this update. How's it going, Spirit? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. She's been an easy scare. Yeah, she is. But I feel like a lot of people like that too, though. I feel like a lot of people play horror games like knowing that they're easy scares, but I think that's the fun part of it, right? Especially if you're a content creator, it's like you know you get scared easy, so you like purposely stop playing horror games because it's going to be entertaining for the audience, right? So I feel like that's why it's so fun to watch and it's so fun for a lot of people to play. Alone about that. All right, so let's see. We got some people in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm an easy scare as well. Let's go ahead and post this. And what I'll do is I'm probably just gonna go over the update a couple times. For those people who have who are joining in late or something like that. So I don't know how many people will be jumping into the stream today. We will see. But let's do this. Actually, I might be able to. Hold on. Can I do this instead? No, I don't want to do that. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to post. So I'm going to go ahead and post the announcement in Steam, and then I'm going to link it inside the. I'm going to link it inside the Discord as well. So if you want to open it from your side, you can kind of skim through it as I'm talking about it. So I'm going to type up a little announcement real quick before I get it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and post this. I'm gonna go push, take that and go there. All right, there it goes. Announcement is up, and I'm gonna give you guys a link on Discord. All right, there it is. All right, so let's talk about this. Go like this. And then let's go like... No, what is this window capture? Sorry, give me one sec. I'm trying to have it capture my my Google, so I can go through the update with you guys. Is this it right here? All right, there we go. Twitch, got everything open. Okay. Huh? Yeah, I said hi. I just wanted to stop by and say hi. I'm at work, so I will have to go. Can't wait for to try it out. No problem. Thanks for dropping by, Trickster. I appreciate it. Hope the rest of the day at work it goes well. But yeah, here we are. Let me go here to... Oh, never mind. I have Twitch right here. Let me move Twitch over there so I can see that. Okay. Casey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in as well. I'm getting here just in time to talk about the update. And I'll just kind of go back over it as well for those people who joined in late, you know, and missed it. Nanasal, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping on by. So here it is, guys. Let's go through it. And there's stuff obviously that nobody was expecting to be in the update because I was extremely quiet and I don't want to tell anyone about it. So yeah, obviously new map everyone knows about. It's called Darkwood, and the name of the planet is called the Devil's Triangle. Okay. And you know, you can leave your imagination to what that is. But the first map that we're gonna have the Devil's Triangle is Darkwood. Now these maps are intended to be horrifying, super creepy. This is Sketchy's dark side. So this is basically all of the maps that every horror player has ever been waiting for in Sketchy's, right? So like when we sit around and say like, oh, Sketchy's isn't that scary compared to XYZ, it sure is now. And then we obviously have the Halloween event, and we have new skins. Now, I didn't showcase the new skins on this page, right? So you're like, wait a minute. Now you can see the name of the skins on here, but I didn't show you the skins, so you still have to wait for that. But yes, there are new play skins, so we got 5. But yeah, so let's talk about this here in the new part of this here. So we got our new skins, right? There's going to be 5 of them, and there's a new UI that comes in with this update to the skins. So basically, your player skin colors that you had on the ship bed, right? You go there to put on your purple, yellow, whatever. That got moved into the suit modification UI. So now, which makes more sense. This is much more intuitive, right? So you're going to go up to the suit mod UI, and that has 2 tabs, right? It has all of your attributes, and then it has your suit in a second attribute tab, or a second tab. That's going to have all of your skins, and it's going to have all of the colors associated for those skins. Now, some of these skins are actually extremely unique, and they don't have other color variations to them, and then some of the skins do have other color variations to them. Most of the new skins do have color variations for them as well. But there's like 2 that don't have color variations because they're like a very specific type of skin. But yeah, now you can also preview, as you can see here in the GIF, you can also preview your skins, which is something that you can't do in the current build. Right, so in the current build, if you want to get purple, blue, yellow, whatever, you just have to purchase it and hope you like the color, which is kind of, you know, obnoxious, right? So now when you hover over a skin, that's just going to preview what the color looks like on that suit. Obviously, if you want to check out a different skin, you can just click on what skin that is, and then it will show the model of that skin. And you guys will be able to check that out when you get into the new update. Now, if you zoom in, some of you might have already, you know, like zooming in, squinting your eyes or whatever, trying to read what the other skins are. I'll just go ahead and read them out to you. So we have the original skin. Alias, thank you for the follow. Sorry if I said that wrong, but I think it's Alias. But thank you for dropping in, and I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. The names are the original model. So it's like suit and then model name, right? So it's the original model. Then it's the Astro A model, an Astro B model. These are basically, you know, female, male, but I'm just not using the words female, male because I'm just trying not to put a name on, you know, particular types of genders and stuff like that. So it's just Astro A, Astro B, so you guys can check those out. Then we also have the Cyber Cat suit. We have the cardboard the cardboard robot suit, which is a really silly one. The Spectral Nova, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping on in. Good to have you here. And also, if you guys need me to go back on anything, just let me know. And we also have, lastly, the Pioneer suit as well. So yeah, 5 new suits, and basically 3 of the 5 suits have color variations for them as well. The Cybercat has like 6 color variations because the Cybercat has some really pretty colorations to it. And then the Astro A and Astro B have the same color variations that the original suit has, which is 10, I think, or something, right? So you got 10 colors for Astro A, 10 colors for Astro B, 6 colors for Cybercat, and then the 2 unique suits, the Cardboard Robot and the Pioneer at the bottom as well. So I'm really excited to see you guys play around with these suits. But how's it going, Bird? Thanks for dropping on in. Thanks for all throwing up all those emojis up there. Yeah, I'm glad. I can already see you guys are obviously excited. And did I talk about this in the beginning? I did. I actually skipped this, but I skipped this. Sorry, guys. It's coming out October 22nd. This is literally probably the most important part of that everyone's been waiting for, right? October 22nd is the release of the Halloween update. Now, the reason why it's waiting until 22nd is because, you know, many of you probably already know that there's a Steam Fest that's happening between October 14th and October 21st. So a lot of demos and stuff like that, right? So a lot of people will be playing all that stuff. So I just want, you know, all those demos to get the love that they need to get. I don't want Sketchies to have to be like colliding with that schedule on Steam. So it's going to be coming out on the 22nd. That way people can like really just dive in and have a lot of fun with it all the way up until the end of the Screamfest. Now, I haven't released the end date for it, but it most likely will be ending at the end of the Screamfest, which I believe is November 4th this year. So you will have 2 weeks to get all your Halloween stuff. Alias, if you missed the beginning of the stream, no problem. Basically, I just started going over the suits, as you can see here, that we're getting 5 new skins that are coming into the game, and those skins have different color variations. And the way that you'll access the skins is by going to the suit modification UI. So I moved the skins out of the bed. You don't go to the bed for your suit anymore, for your colors. You're going to go to your suit modification, which makes sense, right? Because that's literally where the 3D model is, like makes sense. So when you go there, you're going to get this little new UI that I've created that will allow you to tab into the suit section. That suit section will let you hover over all the colors and preview them before you buy them. So in the current build, you can't preview suits, right? Or suit colors. You just purchase it and hope you like the color. And if you don't like the color, too bad, right? So this new option will let you preview all the models in the game and like see what you like and make that decision before you spend your money on it. So it's just nice. Hey, sorry, just popped in. No problem, Morgan. Thanks for dropping in. Mine twins. Hey, Forsaken Hill, how's it been? I've been pretty good, just really busy with this Halloween update, and I kept quiet about it. I wanted to keep this a secret. I didn't want people to know that new skins were coming. I just wanted to be like this super out of nowhere surprise to everyone that's playing, because let's be real, game's been out for like 5 months, right? And we've all been playing with this astronaut suit for so long. I thought it would be such a nice surprise to people to go, hey, by the way, new skins, right? And everyone's like, wait, skins, right? Because I didn't talk about skins like ever. So this should hit a lot of people by surprise. I'm canceling all my plans for the 22nd, 100%. Also, let me go back up because you did say new pets. Yes, there is a new pet, as you've probably already seen because I was talking, I'm guessing you scrolled, right? So I am going to talk about the pet in a second. I'm just going to go down. Obviously, if you guys have the link, you can scroll down yourself. I'm just going to go through it one by one myself, so I'll just kind of get to it as I get to it, but you can skip ahead if you want. The previous nice was wishing for that. So is the map limited timer event. So we'll talk about, let me get to the map and then we'll talk about the map. Okay, guys, we're just going to kind of go one at a time here through the update to talk about each section. So like when we get into that section, if you guys have any questions about that section, ask that one. That way I'm not jumping all over the place, and it's easy for me to backtrack if like new players jump in. So yeah, so that's the new suit system. Okay, guys. Now some of the new suits are going to be pricey. Okay, so there's like some really cool ones you can expect to spend a lot of money on. And then there's, in the future, I'm going to be working on like special ones that you have to do special things to unlock. So that's going to be like a different thing. But this is the introduction of suits into the game, right? This is the first time we've ever seen new suits. I want to see how the player base is going to react to suits, how much you guys are going to love it. Because obviously if you guys like it a lot, then we can build on that and stop making special suits like challenge suits, right? Like, oh, if you guys complete this particular challenge, you unlock this suit, right? But for now, it's just simple enough for you just to get you guys new suits, because I know people have probably been wanting a new suit for a long time. Sorry, I will be patient as there is something end of November, so it's good. Yes, the end of Screamfest, right, is November 4th, and that's when the Halloween event would be coming to an end. So we'll talk a little bit more about like what it means, like getting your stuff during the Halloween event and stuff. A little bit down the page here. So now I talk about at the very top here, I said, I've handcrafted a special haunted house from scratch for this update. So this is something I didn't want to talk about because I believe that it's extremely unique and I believe it's never really been done before. So I'm very excited for you guys to get into this new event that I created. This is additionally why it took extra time to create this update, is because this haunted house took me so long to put together. I had to build it by hand, every wall, the floor, like, right? I had to, from scratch, I had to meticulously craft this entire haunted house so that it would just be really cool, nostalgic, and scare the crap out of you. Now, the haunted house is nostalgic. Why is it nostalgic? Because it actually simulates, it's kind of like, it literally simulates a haunted house in real life. So if you've ever gone to like a haunted house and anywhere wherever you live in your state, or if you've gone to like Halloween Horror Nights or Busch Gardens or something like that, right? You go into these haunted houses where people are scaring you, coming out of the walls and the windows and stuff. This haunted house basically simulates that, guys. You're gonna go inside the haunted house. It's Sketchy's haunted house. And the entire purpose is for you to get through it and for Sketchies, whatever they are, scare the crap out of you as you're going through the house. So that's why I said, challenge yourself if you want. You can go in alone, or you can go in with friends, or you can go in, whatever, 1-2 people. Please just tell me there's no clowns. I was gonna have them, Morgan, but I ended up taking them out. Okay. And the only reason I took them out was because they didn't seem to fit part of the theme that I was trying to go for. Basically, I started to have a bunch of different themes, and as I walked through the house trying to make sure that everything felt perfectly, I felt like the clowns just didn't make sense. Like, while they were scary and a lot of people are afraid of them, I just didn't like the aesthetic that the clowns had with the haunted house I was trying to do. So yeah, they're not in there. However, I will say no more about the house. So if you have any other questions as to what can I expect in it, you're not getting any answers to it. So I'm just telling you right now, you guys must experience this with no information on your very first time. Anyway, so the haunted house. So I say right here, right? Sketchy's haunted house has arrived. I challenge you to enter this haunted house and get through it without jumping once. The best part, there's 3 hidden Halloween exclusive plush in the haunted house. Can you find them? So yes, there's all new Halloween plush. There's Halloween miscellaneous items like jack-o'-lanterns and stuff like that. There's also new ceiling lights. You know those pretty potty lights that you hang up like in your kitchen or in the back of the patio, like Raft has them. There's new little pretty party string lights that you guys can purchase with this update. It's actually permanently part of the update. It's not a Halloween accessory. It's just a really pretty furniture item that I think a lot of people will like. Beth, thank you for the sub and thanks for dropping on in. I hope you've been well. New plush. Yes, they're all new Halloween plush. So in the haunted house, guys, you notice this, I don't like say too much here. I don't give you many details as to what this is, but there are 3 new plush that you're going to find. So while you're walking through this horrifying experience, trying not to crap your pants and trying not to scream, because I'm pretty sure, guys, you're going to jump. I'm telling you, you're going to jump, and probably really bad at minimum once. I'm telling you, it's just gonna happen. Now, some people might say, oh, nothing scares me. If you're one of those people who are like, I can go into any haunted house, I can go into any horror game, never get jump scared, then maybe you won't jump. But if you're someone who's jumped in any horror game, like let's say like Madison, Phasmo, Monterey System, if any of those games made you jump, this will make you jump. I'm telling you right now, so prepare for that. There will be a message with this update on the main screen that says like, warnings about like, risk of heart, and stuff like that. Because I have to be careful because this is going to scare the crap out of you. And I want to make sure that, people aren't, having medical issues going into it. So keep that in mind. But yeah, while you're going through the house, you need to find these 3 exclusive hidden plush. You simply just need to click on them, guys. You don't have to do any special. That's not like a spoiler or anything like that. You don't have to do any special. You just have to find it, click on it, okay? And you're not gonna have to look in like, I didn't put it in a place, it's kind of like an escape room. I didn't put it in some ridiculously dark, hard to get to place I can't see with my eyes, the lighting's pitch black. I didn't put the plush in a place like that. So don't go into the pitch blackness and go, why did Halo put the plush in the pitch black? There's no plush in the pitch black. The plushes have been located in areas where you're able to see them with visible light. You just have to find it or, not be too scaredy cat to get it type thing. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Jumping is part of all the fun. Yeah, I love Lovely House. Yeah, I love the new plush idea and how to get it will make me feel like I'm in my natural habitat. You must be talking about potentially when you scroll down. So guys, don't give any spoilers to the chat, please. I'm just asking of you. You have the link and you're scrolling and you're reading the whole thing. Try not to mention that in the chat right now because some people might not have opened up the link and like read everything on their own. They might just be like listening to me go through the update one at a time. So just keep that in mind. Try not to spoil it for other people until we like get to that part of the update. Jump in is part of the fun. Yeah, that makes sense. I survived Spooky's jump scare mansion. I got this. Wait, Okay. This sounds awesome. Love horror games. Yeah, I'm so sorry. No problem. You can delete my message, wrong. I don't think people necessarily know what you're talking about, Morgan. So as long as they don't read into it, it's okay. But just for future reference for anyone else in here. Actually, I think I'm gonna make a pin real quick. Holfolk, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I love Sketchy's a great game. Let me just put a pin. I think it's /pin, right? Is it /pin? Okay. Get out. Is it gonna actually make me, hold on, I'm in Streamlabs and Streamlabs wants me to log in. Give me a sec. I have to do it through Twitch. Okay, manually until I end the stream. Thank you. Okay, all right. Here we go. So, now, let's continue. If you guys zoom in, like, you know, if you inspect it or anything like that, there's a little monitor. I don't know if you guys will actually be able to make that up. But basically, make that out. There's a little monitor. When you guys log in, you can walk up to the haunted house. And the TV, it has like, it kind of like tells you like some funny little jokes of like what's not allowed in the haunted house and what is allowed in the haunted house. I'll let you guys read it for the first time that you guys play it rather than reading it. But read it, it's funny. And because what happens is when you go into the haunted house, you guys are gonna hate me, but basically I disable a bunch of things on your character. You can only imagine the things that I disable so that you will 100% experience this horror. I'm forcing you guys to experience the horror. So yeah, you're gonna go in and say, oh, let me put this on, and I'm gonna be like, too bad. And you're gonna be like, oh, let me try this, and I'm gonna be like, nope. So like you have to walk through the haunted house with the lighting that I created in that haunted house. End of story. Good luck. And there are some scenes, guys, when you're walking through there are some areas that you're gonna walk into and just go like, I'm not going through that room. Yeah. like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, like my girlfriend said, oh, if you guys think you're gonna sprint through the house, you can try. Go ahead, see what happens. Try. So there's going to be so many places that are going to make you very uncomfortable as you're walking through this house, I'm telling you. There's like one scene that even every time I test it, I go in and it's just, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, it's like chills. Like you're like, oh, you're like staring at it and you're like, I don't want to go in there. I play games like Devour, so I'll be fine. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm so excited for that because I'm going to be probably going around and just checking out everyone who's doing this house. I want to see everyone. Guys, especially if you're a content creator, you need to get clips. This is a once in a lifetime thing because, well, not once in a lifetime, obviously, as long as Sketchies exist on Halloween, but this haunted house won't be here after Halloween. So make sure you get your clips in, okay? Because you're not going to be able to do it anymore. And there's going to be probably some really good clips, you know, and like share those, you know, put them on TikTok and whatever. Me in the haunted house. Oh no, my movement cues are the same. If there's big spoilers, I'm going to say nope. I'll answer that one only because people have like serious arachnophobia, right? I have arachnophobia. There's no spiders in the house or anything like that. That's like, huh? Yeah, there isn't even any in the game. So don't worry about that. And if I ever were to add a spider in the game in the future, I would have arachnophobia come out at the same time as the spiders. I have a hard time looking at certain pictures of spiders, let alone having them in a video game. So I completely get it. So anyway, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. And we'll go to this one. So you can see here, am I on the, yeah, I'm on the right one, okay. So you can see right here, new planet, and there's all this stuff that's going on right here. Oh, we can just go up this way. You guys already saw that. The new planet is called the Devil's Triangle with one new site called Dockward. So this is the new place that we're going to be going to. I can like zoom in a little bit on my desktop so you guys can see like that. Right, so the new planet we got here is Dockwood, and this is a dark-ruined village of witchcraft and black magic. So do you dare step foot on these haunted lands and risk being tormented by witches and ghosts? Many things lurk in the darkness. Prepare for a new horror experience unlike anything in Sketchy's yet. So similar to how the haunted house is going to be jump scaring the crap out of you and stuff like that, and it's going to be super creepy, there will also be jump scares that you will not be able to predict inside the new map as well. Now, they're not going to be as prevalent or as often as they would inside of a haunted house because that's meant to be like a traditional old school haunted house, whereas this is an actual map where you guys are looting and stuff. And also, I don't want to have things jump scare you so much that they get old and repetitive. A lot of games do have that issue. Where it's like, you know, you're just getting jump scared to the point where it's like, okay, right? So they're going to be placed very meticulously that they're just going to get you. Like, you're just not going to know how it's happening. It's kind of like mimics, right? Like when people get too comfortable with sketchies, what do? They stop scanning, and then the mimic scares the crap out of them. Or Elizabeth, right, is one of those examples where people spam E on every single crate they walk up to, and they forget that Elizabeth can be in there, right? And so then you're spamming E, and then Elizabeth just pops up on your screen, and you have a heart attack. It's just negligence, right? It's just complete, I'm comfortable, right? And then you forget that these things can still happen. And so the idea is that the scares that are inside the new map will be like that. Not that they're interactable like Elizabeth, but in the sense kind of like the mimic, where it's just like, you're just walking around doing your thing, and then something scares the living crap out of you. That's the intention of something that will be happening inside of the map. Wait, all this take about jump scares, but can we die in this map? Well, in the new map, yeah, the new map is a normal map, but not in Sketchy's haunted house. Sketchy's haunted house is located specifically at Sketchy's orbit. So as soon as you guys log in, you're going to come into your burger shop. And right near the furniture guy, basically that big empty space, you know, you guys, where that big empty space at Sketchy's is? It's like to the left of the furniture. It's just like a giant square. Well, that place is the haunted house now. And when you walk out, you'll see a big sign. It says Sketchy's haunted house that way. It just like points, and you guys can follow and go to Sketchy's haunted house. It's just for fun, guys. It's literally just there to scare you and have fun with your friends. It's not a looting place or anything like that. But like I said, there are 3 hidden plush in that haunted house. So if you want those plush, you need to go through the house and you need to find it. I threw Elizabeth on the floor so fast, not gonna lie. I knew the update was gonna be huge after seeing the Halloween event this year, but this is what I expected. Yeah. So who is going to grind this with me? So let me close this out and go back. So if you guys see on the new map here, we have the horses, right? The skeleton horses. Guys, it's so cool. It's so cool. This is probably my favorite map. I'm so excited. You guys can go inside of the carriage. Like you put all your loot, it's like the elevator, right? It's just like the boat and everything else. You guys can all go inside of the carriage, right? And there's little windows in the back and the front. So like when you send the carriage to go, you know, the horses start walking, they start galloping their way to the next level. It's so cool. And you can like look through the windows, like in the back, you can jump out of the carriage if you want or whatever. But it's like a really cool experience. I love it. Because it kind of reminds me of like this. Actually, if anyone's seen it, this new woods that I have, it reminds me of the new Disney show that came out, Agatha. When they go on the road or whatever, without giving spoilers, it has a very Agatha the Road feeling, but it also has like a mixture of like the Haunted Mansion and like Van Helsing. It's just very cool, but it's super eerie, guys. Like when you go into certain basements here and stuff like that, you're just going to be like, what? You're going to hear sounds that are very off-putting, very eerie. And there's certain areas of the map that are just way creepier than other areas of the map. So I'm excited about it. And you put loot into the carriages to take back to the ship. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like the carriage is the same as an elevator. It's yeah, it's the same as a boat, right? You just ride it to the next level, but you can put all your stuff in it just like anything else. Oh, so the HH on the home base map is temp for Halloween. I'm not reading the update to spoil what was just very, yeah, based on what you're saying, as long as Sketchies is around the Halloween update, it'll be there. Yes. The haunted house will be taken away after the Halloween event, so you want to get in there and do it while you can, guys. No, yeah, sorry, the haunted house, not the map, right? So the new planet, Devil's Triangle, which is the purple one that you hover over right now, and it says spooky. That's a permanent map. That's not going anywhere. That stays forever. This is the horror planet. This planet is haunted, demonic. This planet stays. The haunted house at Sketchies is going away. That is an exclusive Halloween event only. And remember, in that haunted house, the 3 hidden plush, they're gone. If you don't do the haunted house and you don't get your plush, you're not going to get them until this comes out again, right? So make sure you guys do. And by the way, just so you know, all of the plush that are exclusive to Halloween are account bound. So you don't have to worry if you delete your file for whatever reason in the future, like one of your save files, it doesn't matter. It's stored on your account wide save file. Don't delete your account wide save file. That's on you. But once you unlock the Halloween, it'll stay in your account wide save file, so you don't have to worry about losing those Halloween skins after the Halloween event is gone, or the Halloween cosmetics. Was just making sure. Can we take them back with us to Sketchies? Are they inspired by the... They're not. I've just always loved skeletal horses since I was like really young, so... Even in like when I play back in the day when I played World of Warcraft, you know, like an undead with my skeletal horse and stuff. So like it's not really inspired by that at all. Can we take them back with Sketchies? Take what back to Sketchies with you? Just making sure. Okay. Yeah, was just asking about the loot because I guess sometimes loot falls through and glitches out on the boats. Yeah, I don't know. Morgan, if you have bugs sometimes, I mean, they're going to happen. So like, I don't know. That's not really something I can comment on. So we can't die in the in Halloween Horror Nights. There should be there's no death inside the horror house or anything like that. However, there is like if you try to like backtrack the house, there's like an issue that can have not an issue, it's something I added on purpose, but you'll figure it out if you like play around with the house. But again, the house is not a looting thing. It's not somewhere for you to fight creatures or anything like that. That's not the point, guys. So I said before, if you weren't here, if you know what Halloween Horror Nights is, if you know what, Busch Gardens Halloween event, Six Flags Halloween event, a traditional old school haunted house, guys, don't think of it as anything else. If you think of it as something else, you're going to be let down. End of story. It's not changing. This is what it is. It comes out on the 22nd. It is a traditional old school haunted house that's meant to scare the crap out of you. And there's plush inside of it. That's it. You can go to the new map if you want to fight new creatures, die, and all that stuff. That's what that's there for. The skeleton, I want it. Oh, no. Skeleton, that's just the horse that's bringing you from place. That's like going to Treasure Island and saying, can I take the skeleton who rides me in the boat with me back to the ship? That's the equivalent of what that's being said. And the answer is obviously no, right? Or like taking the mech that rides you across the lava back to your ship. Like, no, right? So that's just part of the transportation services. Punishment, sorry to let you down, but that's just the way it is. Not really an issue for me. My guess was that the carriages could be more difficult, I guess, but Ludon, so that's why I'm asking. A horse skeleton weapon charm could be cute though. All right. And guys, just keep in mind, I'm not adding anything additional. So if you guys make requests right now, it's not happening. You guys want why it's not happening? Because then I try to add extra stuff and what happens? Sorry guys, the update's not coming out on the 22nd because I tried to add a bunch of extra stuff that the community asked me for. So everything that's in the update right now stays, nothing gets added. That way I'm able to release the update on time. I want to make sure my update comes out on time. So even if this stuff that you guys really, really want, it can't be added because I cannot delay this update. So we're going to move on to the next section. Yes, this is an EMF. So it says, additionally, this map has a brand new plush finding experience where players will have to equip an EMF device and use it to find the hidden ghost plush. You must head to Darkwood to participate in this ghost hunting or ghost plush hunting experience. Are you ready to put your ghost hunting skills to work? So the way this works is when you guys land on Darkwood, there's going to be a table outside that has a bunch of EMFs on it. It's basically going to have like 8 EMFs. It's kind of like one for each person or whatever. Now you guys can keep the EMF. So I know a lot of people might be like, I'm putting the EMF on my ship as a decoration. That's fine. The EMF does not cost anything. There's no price. It's free. The EMF is used for finding the ghost plush. That is the whole point. So you guys are going to come down. You're going to pick up your EMF. It does take up a slot. And you need to go around the map finding the EMF level 5, which is the location of where the ghost is. Once you get to EMF level 5, the ghost will reveal itself, as you can see with this little particle effect, and you can pick up the ghost plush. Sorry, you can pick up the ghost. Now, this has to be done by every person on the team. So it's not, if I find the ghost plush, it finds it for everyone and good to go, done. No, every person does have to use the EMF to get their ghost plush. So you all have to walk up to it and reveal it and reveal it and reveal it. So keep that in mind. And I'll put a little note about that as well on the update. So when I usually, when you log into the game on the main menu, it says like, oh, here's the new update, blah, 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 blah. Also, when you guys go to your ship to go to look at your plush, the hidden plush is still inside that list of plushes, right? Like this is all your plush and there's all your hidden plush. The ghost plush is in the hidden plush area, right? And it'll say like use an EMF to find this ghost. And also when you guys go to the area, when you go to pick up your EMF device, there'll be a little display, like a little TV monitor that basically kind of tells you how it works. So you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to remember, like when I play the game, the little TV screen will literally say, take an EMF, when you get an EMF level 5, the ghost plush is nearby. The ghost plush will automatically reveal itself when it hits 5, pick it up, right? And then it will say, note, every person must get their own, must reveal their own plush, meaning every person has to use the EMF themselves. It's not a team-wide thing. Anyway, so I thought that this would be really fun. I know a lot of people like the hidden plush in this game. I see a lot of people looking for hidden plush, people asking for new hidden plush and stuff like that. So I thought, as I was developing the update, what would be cool is like a way to find the hidden plush rather than just simply, oh, there it is, like sitting on a tree or something. And I thought that this would be a nice little experience, especially because this is more horror, witch, and ghost themed to do something like this. Do you have to turn on the EMF? The EMF is always on. Usually they always have one light on to indicate power on or off. Yeah, this one's always active all the time. So you don't have to like left click or anything like that. So, if anything, I can just put it on .1 all the time. That way, it's always on. But I also just don't want people to think that because .1 is always on, that it's picking it up somewhere. So then there's also that confusion. Or like some people, especially if they haven't played, like let's say someone who plays my game never played, Phasmo, for example, and they look at it and because it's 1 dot, they might think, oh, 1 dot, it's nearby. And then you have to somehow explain, no. That just means it's on. So it's like one of those tricky situations, you know what I mean? Yeah, EMF 1 dot. Yeah. So, but I can explain it on the little board. When you guys go to pick up your little plush, you're going to go pick up your EMFs. That little board will explain how to use the EMF, right? How to find the ghost. So even if the ghost plush, even if you've never played a game like that before, that little board is going to tell you how the EMF works. So everyone should be okay. They should be able to use the EMF to find their ghost plush. It shouldn't be an issue. All right, so then we're going to scroll down. New hidden plush. So we have Port Coral, because some people ask, Port Coral is getting its own plush. That's the easy map. It's a little stingray. Gaia is also getting a plush, and Sector 0 is also getting a hidden plush as well. I know that those maps didn't have them, and some people brought it up, so I was like, okay, So we will be getting that. The Gaia is like a little cloud. It's a little cloud with a smiley face, and Sector Zero is like this like zombie. Now there's Halloween exclusive machine prizes, of course. There's like jack-o'-lanterns, all new plush and stuff like that. So you'll want to check out the claw machine. There's 2 claw machines for Halloween, miscellaneous type items and plush type items. So you want to check that out. And again, the Halloween plush and miscellaneous items will be gone after Halloween. So you'll want to get them. And we have the new pet, which is what was asked earlier in chat, which is the Spectral cat. Now, this is actually a Easter egg to my first game. But the new pet is a ghostly cat, which is called the Spectral cat. It's very pretty. It has like this teal blue ghosty material on its body and stuff like that. Very, very pretty pet. When you find the egg is like this ghostly moving aura like egg thing. Looks really cool. That's going to be the new pet that comes in with this update. Nutty Plush. Well, I wouldn't really be able to have like a plush of it, so I can't. It wouldn't really make sense to try to have the model of what I have of the Nunny work in the game. It wouldn't look like a plush or anything. But it's possible that I can end up as a weapon charm. Like usually they work as weapon charms, but not as plush. I would have to have an actual plush like made of the Nunny for it to make sense and look good in the game. More cats. Do you have cats? I have 2 cats. I have an orange cat and a tuxedo cat. I hope in the future we can interact with our pets. So the thing is, Morgan, the pet interaction is very difficult in this game. Unlike a lot of other games, when I develop things, I like to make sure they're done right. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, on multiplayer, if everybody tries to pet the same cat, that's extremely complicated. The reason why is because the cat is moving around. So what happens is if one person wants to pet the cat needs to make its way to that person, rotate towards that person, and then be in a position where the person can pet the cat. But then when we have other players that want to pet the same cat, you have to make sure that as those players pet that cat, the cat doesn't turn around and not face the person it was originally facing when it happened. You also have issues of when one person lets go of the cat needs to know that other people are currently petting the cat, so the cat doesn't stop walking away when other people are petting the cat. I can literally go on this huge rant about how ridiculously complicated it is to properly pet animal in multiplayer and have it orient correctly, animate correctly towards said person. Very complicated. What a lot of games do is the lazy way. You just click E, you don't even really see yourself animate, cat just goes meow. Like, that's not an experience I'm trying to give to my player. That's not professional. That's not something I'm putting in the game. If I'm going to add petting, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to do it good. That's it. The only thing is, doing petting is very complicated and hard to do. It also requires me to do animating. Animating is not my skill. So then it takes a lot more time for me to get it right. So it's just one of those things. I looked into it. I tried to get it working, and I was like, holy crap, this is complicated. People don't realize that, right? They're like, oh, Halo, just add petting. And I'm like, yeah, there's your petting, right? Like, not going to happen. So if petting comes in, it's going to come down the road. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to add it because of how complicated it is. And we have a lot of other really important features and things that still need to get added to Sketchies to come. So it's one of those things. Comments needs to painted my existence. That's true. In the future, there'll be room for a cat bed. The only way there's going to be room, like room as in depending on how much you decorate, right? So I can always add a cat bed as a furniture item in the future. So you can like I have like cat trees and stuff like that I could put into the game that you guys could decorate your ship with. Obviously, it's one of those things where the ship becomes too small once you guys want to stop putting a crap load of decorations in it, right? Which is why a lot of people have said, oh, well, we get a new ship at some point that's like a bigger ship so I can put a bunch of stuff. And that was another situation where I explained a while back where I have to work with some designated set of artists to create a custom modeled ship, right? So this custom model ship is going to take a while for artists to make, but I also have to choose my artist. I'm not just using any artist to make my ship. So I have to reach out and start connecting and eventually find one artist or multiple that are going to work well with me to be able to make it. I have to go over pricing. I have to go over 100% stuff. So in order, like I said, I can add like a little cat bed or something like that, and then if you want to do all the cat stuff. But I know one thing I have thought about, like I said though, is the more and more furniture I keep adding to the game, it's only a matter of time where there's going to be so many furniture items that players like. That's the issue. Let's say you love string lights and you love your toilet, right? And you love all of the cat stuff I put in, right? Eventually there's going to be a massive wardrobe of stuff you guys love, and then you're going to be like, but I can't put it all because the ship is too small. That's the reason why when I'm thinking about adding new furniture items, I'm very careful, because I don't want to overcompensate it eventually hit a space issue, because then you're like, oh, that's fine, I'll just take down this, take down this, take down this, so I can put this and put this and put this. Sure, that's a workaround, but that's obviously not ideal for the player. The ideal situation is to have all of your furniture up so that you can have all of the things you want, not sacrifice things so that you can make space. Yeah, for sure. That's why I said in the future, like way in the future. Yeah, way in the future. I know a lot of people have been asked, every time someone plays a game, I feel like they're like, oh, you should have petting the cat. And then I'm like, yeah, that's complicated. So nothing is Snap Fingers in development. It's really not. But a lot of people think that it is Snap Fingers for some reason. And I think there's also a lot of people who don't realize I'm a solo dev. I think there's a lot of people who don't know that I'm a solo dev. I usually drop by and say hi to as many people as I can. I think you guys know about that. Like I always say hi to as many people as I possibly can. And I feel like the average person doesn't know that I'm a solo dev. Like they think it's like a team of like fucking, sorry, I swear, of like 6 or 10 people or something. I'm like, nope, just me. And that's why it can take a long time for me to get a lot of stuff done. Because some people are like, man, this last update Halo did took a long time. And it's like, yeah, I'm one guy and it was a really big update. What do you want me to do? The only thing with the spaceship is once higher quotas happen, I run out of space. Yeah, that's another thing. Once you get to a really high quota, you start running out of space. I use the bed for all the ore and everything. It clutters quickly and isn't an issue and understandable. A way bigger ship would take time to work. Yeah, I could never do it. But yeah, I mean, at someday, guys, it would be really, really nice to plan on my roadmap when I would be able to get something like a larger ship in. It's like I said, I want to do it, but it's just a matter of like having this roadmap and having so many things that still need to be done for this game, and it's like it's exhausting. So so let's scroll down here. I do put a note here. Halloween exclusives will only be available during the event. However, Halloween cosmetics are exclusive to the Halloween event and are account bound. So once you unlock them, you don't have to worry about losing them on individual saves. This is very important, because I know, obviously, if you guys, worked really hard to get all of the Ghost Plush is not part of Halloween. The Ghost Plush is, don't worry about that, guys. The Ghost Plush is part of the new map. It's not a Halloween plush. Ghost Plush is literally just part of the new map. So that one you don't have to worry about like going away. But all of the other Halloween things, like when you log into the game, you're like, oh, look at these cute jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. Those are Halloween. So those will go away after the Halloween event. But you don't have to worry about if you want to play with a friend. I know a lot of you guys are like this, where like you'll like delete a save file or something. Like you're like, who cares? You just get rid of it. But you're like, oh, but I don't want to get rid of it because I have, 4 of the plush on this, 3 of the plush on that, 7 of the plush on so with the Halloween plush, you don't have to worry about that. It's just automatically an account bound sync, and you can delete any save file you want, and you're still going to have your Halloween plush. And obviously, when the Halloween event is over, you'll still have your Halloween plush. Yeah, the apartment thing I've talked about, and yeah, that would be nice to do at some point in the future. Let's go down here. So I don't have much to talk about when it comes to updates and fixes. Fixes I'm going to announce with the actual update on the 22nd. But I do say here with the updates is that the cosmetics are exclusive, event locked, and are now count bound. Because in the future, we might get more exclusive plush and stuff like that, like cosmetics. So I mentioned earlier, it could be cool down the road to have like an achievement-based plush. People ask me about achievements, guys. That was another thing that's on the roadmap, right? Oh, when are we going to get achievements? So it'd be nice to put achievements at some time a little bit down the road, maybe towards the end of the year. We'll see based on what my roadmap looks like. So it'd be cool to have plush that are like specific to achievements, right? Like that's the only way to get it. In that situation, you'd want that to be account bound, right? Because once you get the achievement, you don't get it again. So you'd expect that plush to stay with you, not get lost if you delete a save file or something. NPCs and the customization UI now display which cosmetics to compound. So if you guys are curious, the next time you look at your plush, there'll be a little blue, like a teal text on the plush, like the UI box. It'll tell you a compound. So you guys will know which a plush are a compound when you see them in the UI. So you're not going to be like, how do I know which ones are a compound? I've also updated the claw machine. So for you, no, I did not fix the issue where sometimes it gets stuck in the glass. It still happens. I did not fix the issue where the claw gets stuck. That also still happens. So don't expect that. That's a bug fix. That's not fixed. Although I do actually like the claw getting broken sometimes, and I might be adding a feature that allows you to fix it in game. So that's something entirely different that I'll get to some other update. However, what I've done is I've updated the chances of how we get the plush, because it does seem like, especially with certain plush or miscellaneous items, that some people, I've watched many streams, and some people will drop like 20 like 20 coins or something into trying to get one item, right? And at 20, it seems a bit much. It's one thing to be like, it took me 5 to get this one. It's like, okay, that's not bad. Because once you start to get your quota higher, right, when you start ranking up, you actually get a lot of coins. Like some people are getting like 9 coins in one run, 10 coins, right? So that's fine. But having to spend like 20 plus, that's crazy. So the new code, like you said, it says here, claw machine now has diminishing returns with failed attempts during the time in which the claw returns to the prize chute. Again, so that means it grabs and it goes up. During the time that the claw is going up, there's a chance it could be dropping, right? The claw could let go. But also when it hits the top, it could get flung out, right? Which probably happens to a lot of people. And then on the way back, this is pure physics. This is just straight up RNG. It is the way it is. It is what it is. It's a real claw machine. When it gets here, if you get unlucky and it does this and it swings to the side and your plush gets thrown, oh well, that's on you. That's real life RNG, not getting fixed. However, on the way up, like this, what will happen is each time you fail to get the plush, the chance of it dropping on its way up gets reduced. So at some point, basically by the time you hit like your 4th or 5th attempt, it's never going to drop on the way up. So you're almost guaranteed to get that plush as long as you get up to the top. If you tried again 4 to 5 times and it keeps dropping, on that 5th attempt, it's not going to fall. Like it's going to always go up, make its way across, and then you just have to deal with real life physics at that point, that's just RNG. There's nothing you can do about it. So what this system does is it basically is going to increase your chance at getting plush, especially the really annoying ones, specifically tend to be miscellaneous items, which is like the lava lamp, the little star lamp and stuff like that. There tends to be some that are very tricky. This will increase your chances, make it a little bit less frustrating when trying to get those. My friend, I love the map design so much. Port Lumen is my favorite. I'm also a big fan of Gaia. Yeah, Lumen is a pretty big favorite, and Gaia also has some. Right now there's extra fog. So if anyone that's playing has been like, it's really foggy in Gaia. It's actually not supposed to be. That's a hiccup on my side, which I can't fix because that means I have to push my entire update. So that's not going to happen. Gaia is way more foggy than it's supposed to be. I wanted the fog to be a little bit more foggy because we are up in like very high altitude, but not that foggy. Like I saw people playing on like high, right, in Epic, which is activating volumetric fog and Lumen and everything. And their fog is like, it's like crazy. And I was like, oh, that's really foggy. And I feel like some people have noticed too, they've been playing and they're like, did he change this map? I did change it in the sense that I added more islands to the back. I've tried to update some of the bridges that were really annoying or slippery or whatever, but the fog was not supposed to be foggy like that. When I have display set in high, the fog and light flare is pretty strong. Yeah, it shouldn't be on all maps. I play on high and I test it all. The fog is not, in my opinion, I don't think the fog's an issue at all on all the other maps, but Gaia it's very, very, very saturated. Again, to wrap this up, well, to get towards the wrap up here, you see that again, it's coming out October 22nd, guys. So that is right around the corner. 10 days for now, basically. There's a 10-day countdown, if you like to stop. A scary pot is full of the void, yeah. And so I just say at the end, this is the most exciting update for me yet, and I cannot wait to release it. So I truly hope, or cannot wait to hear your feedback on Sketchy's Haunted House. as I spend a lot of time trying to make it extremely unique experience. Spread the word, okay, that Sketchy's dark side is coming and challenging everyone, anyone you know, to step into the house alone. Yes, I did laugh evilly. I laughed evilly the entire time that I was making this update. Also, this is probably a good time to mention to anyone in the chat, if you own the game, especially, obviously, and by the way, hi, uninformed potato. I did notice you. I was just like in the middle of my thought. If you own the game and you like the game, if possible, I ask if you could leave a positive review to help me out. I really appreciate it. You know, sometimes I get people too that are asking like, oh, I want to help a little bit more. Is there any way I can do that? A review. If you can just go on there, you don't have to write a paragraph. You don't have to write a book. You know, you just go on there, a couple sentences of, you know, I really love this game and I've had a great time with my friends or by myself or whatever. That's going to help out huge, because there's a lot of people who go into the reviews and they're like, hey, I was thinking about playing this game, but I read some of the reviews and it's mixed, and right. So there might be a lot of people who don't want to play simply because of what has been said in the reviews. And I think it's like, you know, I go through a wave of like trolls basically, where, you know, I'll get like 4 or 5 negative reviews like back to back of, you know, people saying like, oh, go play said other game instead, or, you know, game's really bad, you know, plays terribly, it's unplayable, right? Like people will say stuff like that in the reviews, and obviously if other people read that, they're going to be like, oh, I don't know now type thing. So yeah, so that's it. That's all I'm asking. If you're, obviously you don't have to, don't feel like you are being, what's that word? Yeah, don't feel obligated or something to leave a review. You don't have to leave a review. I'm just asking politely, if you enjoy it and you've liked playing the game, if it's possible for you to leave a review. If you have no problem doing that, if you'd like to help out, I'd be extremely grateful, because I think it's really going to help the game. And also, I'm really trying to push Sketchies with Halloween, so I feel like this is like my month. Well, you know, obviously I'm releasing it on the 22nd, but you know what I mean. This is like my moment to really like push horror and like try to get a wider audience. So I'm going to be trying to like reach out to as many people as I possibly can, so it can be a very like successful event for this game, because I do personally feel like this haunted house is terrifying, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. And even the new map also has a lot of scary stuff in it, so it's not like Sector Zero. Let me just stop for a second. Pay a certain amount, etc. Yeah. Doing it right now. Thank you so much, Holfolk. I really appreciate it. Holfolk, might be saying your name wrong. I apologize. Already left a review a few weeks ago and share the update in my Discord. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Like, we go through reviews all the time. Like, I'm always like curious as to like what people think about the game. So like I'm always like super happy whenever I see a positive review. It makes me feel really good. Obviously, when I read the trolley reviews, I'm just like, ugh. Obviously, I know they're trolls. You know, they're trolls are trolls. It is what it is, right? But you know, it can affect other people from wanting to play. So that's the only reason I'm like, are people still having issues joining other people's multiplayer games? I think it still like happens with certain people and stuff like that. I have no idea why, guys. People talk about it in the Discord all the time. I have no idea why. You know, I'm using Steam sessions. That's about it. So to try to figure out why a specific person can't connect to a specific person, or when a specific person is the host, that person everyone can connect to, but when the other person's the host, that person can't connect. Like, that's so ridiculously complicated that it's just like really hard for me to pinpoint what in the hell is going on and try to fix that for every single person. It's just like, so it's like one of those things where, you know, I look at throughout every time I do an update, I try to look into it a little more. I try to look into it a little bit more. But you know, it's very, very complicated, and it is what it is. And there's a lot of other things in the game that obviously have to be addressed, right? It's not like the only issue, right? There's other bugs that are in the game too. So it's like a matter of allocating different, you know, this amount of time to try to look at this bug, this amount of time to look at this bug, prioritize this bug, and then features. Okay, then there's updates, then there's new maps, then there's so much that's tough to do. I'm only one guy, which is why it also gets really kind of frustrating sometimes, right? Where people are just like, oh, how come this isn't fixed yet? And how come he hasn't done this? Where's the new map? Blah, 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 right? But anyway, So I think that this new map is going to be really good. I can't wait for you guys to try it. So we will be seeing some new things in this map. Obviously, there's the new elevator thing here, which is the little skeleton horses and stuff. But you will be seeing a couple new AI in there as well that are pretty cool. So that's going to be good. And like I said, there will be some jump scares. There's all new ambience, all new creepy stuff inside there. So I'm excited. I think I've pretty much talked about everything that's on this page. And I did that in an hour, so that's good. Yeah, because I didn't start talking about it until I was like 10 minutes in. And so I think everyone that's in the stream right now is caught up. I think that if you have, let me know if you have any questions about what's in this update. Not questions about what's coming next, or not bugs. Don't ask about bugs. You guys post bugs in the Discord, right? Like there's literally sections where people are bug reporting all the time, and I skim through bug reports. That's what that is there for. I don't want to talk about bugs on stream. But if you guys have any questions about this event, whether it comes to when it ends, what happens, how the plush work, whatever, you guys can ask those questions, and I can answer them without giving, spoilers and stuff like that. I think you just need a bug spray. You mean like are you talking about like a real life spray or like an in-game spray? A bug spray. Yeah, I know, it's like a joke, and then I'm like, how do I think too literally, guys, sorry. Kills the joke. No, I have like a Sheldon mind. It's like everything just goes right over my head. I'm like, what were we watching recently where it's like every time somebody would say a joke, it would be turned into like a literal thing? Maybe, I don't remember. I'll take a joke and then I'll turn it into like a literal thing. And I would be like, yeah, but why would you do that? That doesn't even make sense. And everyone's like, it's a joke. Anyway, so yeah, that's everything. Let me see. Actually, and also thank you everyone who did stop by. I wasn't expecting to have as many people as we have right now. I mostly didn't expect to have as many people as we have right now. Yeah, I also didn't expect as many people to have as we have right now, because there wasn't as many likes matching how many people are watching. So on the Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, you can join the Discord. Let me go and change my pin. Solo Walnut, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's go like this. I have to go over here. Now I think what I'm gonna do is, so there are new keychains coming in with this update, or weapon charms also. Warvoid, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping on in. Let me. I forget. I'm just gonna scroll. I'm gonna grab the Discord from here. Where did I put it? It's right here. And pin that. If you are not in the Discord, I've pinned it at the top here. Go ahead and join. Okay. Wait, I can't see the notification. Why? Anonymous gifted. Oh, okay. Anonymous gifted sub. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. What made you like Flamingo so much? Yeah, I mean, it kind of grew on me. I feel like my mom has a lot of Flamingo stuff, but yeah, my mom is like a huge like beach person, and she has a bunch of flamingos, and she has this one thing with like, I think a flamingo with glasses on it. I forget or whatever. And then I don't know. I was like thinking of like a weapon. I was like, I want to give people a starter weapon, like something to start off in the game with. When you're broke, it'd be really dumb if there was no starter weapon and you just ran around, right, and hoping you don't die. I don't know. I just think that's stupid, because this game is also more RPG, right? So it makes sense that you have weapons. And I don't know, I just came across this flamingo and I was like, this is incredible. And I was like, this is so stupid, but like hilarious, but also good. And I just had to use the flamingo. Yeah, and then eventually the flamingo just kind of like grew into everything. I joined a little late, but when does the event end? Super excited to check it out. Also, love the avocado plushie already. The Hollow event is going to end, although it's not listed here. I'll probably list it on the official release on the 22nd. It'll be ended at the end of Screamfest or Steam Screamfest. So that'll be, I believe it's November 4th. I think you can check Screamfest on Steam's like upcoming events or whatever. I think it's November 4th is the last day of Steam Screamfest. So people will have from the 22nd to November 4th to get in there, get their Halloween plush, because like I said, the Halloween plush will disappear. As long as you've unlocked it, though, you'll have it forever. So it doesn't matter if you delete your save files. It's going to be in your account bound WAD file. So you'll always have it. But thanks for dropping in, Drew. I appreciate it. Who loves the flamingo security on the ship? It's great. I've really enjoyed your game. Yeah, thanks so much, Warvoid. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you've had a good time. Like I said, I always love hearing about the time that, people have playing my game. I love watching like clips. Like if my girlfriend will find like, little TikTok videos. Doesn't matter, right? One view, I don't care. I watch like all the clips I find. I watch a lot of the different, especially like YouTube clips, whatever, or YouTube videos when I have time. I love watching people play. It brings me a lot of joy. And obviously, I try to drop by different streamers whenever I can, too. It's just kind of like random in between my schedule when I think I have a little time to say hi and then I go back to work or something. Because I get really distracted. I'll like talk to the person forever and then not do my work anymore. But yeah, I thank you so much. I appreciate it. I did not. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah, weapon charm. There's I think there's like 3 new weapon charms in the game, and the ghost plush actually is one of the weapon charms. I'm gonna do this real quick. You guys might hear this in the background. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking at something. Okay. So I'm just gonna show you. Do I show them that? I can. That's true. I have to figure out which one I'm opening here for a second. Oh, give me a second, guys. I don't know which one I want up. Saying thank you for the $100 donation. You did not have to do that at all. I'm gonna switch over to an in-game scene for you guys to show you something. I'm just switching my Streamlabs, but thank you so much, Zane. Seriously. Which one is my actual? Not that. Ding dang. Is it this one? It's not. Give me a second. I have to figure out which one of my things in Streamlabs is like the actual game that I'm running on a standalone right now. Is it this? No. Unbelievable. It's not this, right? No, that's my... Okay. Give me a second. Nope. Good thing they let me preview this. This would be a nightmare. Oh man, Strong, thank you for the follow. In case anyone was wondering, I'm just going to be pulling up my editor here so that I can showcase something. If you're here, you're getting an exclusive look right now. Nothing crazy. No major spoilers. Why is it not popping up? Okay, let me close this. It should be here. All right, well, if it wants to be, I'm going to have to use something else. Is it this? No. That's so annoying. It should be this one. All right, let me try this. Sources. Sorry, guys. Trying to get this working. Oh, is that working? Okay, hold on. It might be working now. Okay. Pull this up. Okay. My favorite weapon charm is the slime. Same. The green slime is so cute. Once I didn't bother getting any others. All right. So you guys can see here. Am I in what do you call it mode? I think I'm in what do you call it mode. So this is the Spectral cat. This is the new pet that's coming from Darkwood. And I was just going to show you what the UI looks like when you come over here. I think I have my... Okay. Yep. So you'll be able to find, like I said, a special ghost egg that comes from that map. And if you come here, so you guys will see this UI has changed, right? So obviously here, like updating all of your points is still the same. But you can see there's also like a little description. I forget if I have that in the current build or not. But you go over to your suit now. You don't go over to it in your customization at your bed. And here's where you can go here and just select into a different color if you want. That's it. You just hover over it and it's going to show you. Obviously, there's the other suits, which I'm not going to click on. So you guys will have to click on these. I mean, this one, I feel like this one in particular is very like, this one's very Halloween themed, I feel like. It's got like a very Halloween vibe. I feel like I can see a lot of people wearing this one. I do also expect that the Cyber Cat will be pretty popular. Are suit colors account bound, or do you have to re-buy them every time? No, these are not account bound. You do have to repurchase your suits on your different save files. The only thing that would be account bound is if a special suit comes later that's from like a challenge or an achievement or something, that would be account bound because it'd be too hard to get. So basically things that are hard to get or that are event exclusive or they take like a really long time, which technically also means to some extent hard to get. So for example, like the eggs, right? The eggs can take a long time to get them. So I recently changed eggs so that they would be account bound because it just took so long to finally get a pet. And then you had to do it on every save. And that just felt ridiculous. So now once you get your pet once, you have it on all of your save files. And that just makes getting pets way easier. And I think it definitely motivates people who might have been like, nah, screw that, to go, oh, now I'll actually get them because now it's actually worth it. And I don't have, let me see if I have, do I have my ghost, do I have the ghost blush? Let me close on it. Give me a sec. You guys shout outs. Huh? That's true. I just got Lumen Pet the other day. Oh, nice, nice, nice. And now you have another one that just got on top of that for you to get. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I was just showing off that UI real quick and then you get to see the cat. I think that's everything. So if no one has any other questions, there's 10 days until the Halloween update, and I'm excited for you guys to play. And I will be looking out for everyone who will be playing, because basically when I release it, I will just be going around going, who's playing? Right? Theodorian, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Joins in. I'm getting off here just in a few minutes, but that's okay. If you have any questions, you can ask them. My friend and I grinded, finally got them all. Oh, wow. You got all the pets. There you go. We've been playing your game since the start. We love it. Well, thank you so much for being here since the beginning. It is crazy to think about how much has changed since the beginning. If you're someone who's been here since Sketchies came out, it's like, you know, from performance, I think performance was a big one I did in the last update, right? A lot of people, like when you had a lot of stuff on the ship, people were just like lagging like crazy. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like the performance update is like, oh, now you can play on a 25-year-old machine. No, obviously not. But the performance update, right, in general, anybody with the expected requirements to play the game has noticed a big improvement on that. But yeah, so Dorian, if you have any questions about the update, I'm not sure if you took a look at it yet. We've noticed sometimes with enemies, their health will keep resetting back to full while we walk back, blasting with a pulse rifle. Is that intentional? No, I mean, if that happens sometimes, it's not intentional. It might just be like, because if you're backing up like that, there's like a distance check that the AI is doing from its original. So basically an AI, right now there's a bug with the mimics where the mimics are like chasing people forever. I know about a lot of the bugs. So after this, guys, I don't want to talk about bugs anymore. I know about the bugs because everyone posts them and stuff, right? Like I see them all the time. But there's like a constant check that's being done from the distance that it originally was at, you know, in a radius of where it's supposed to be. And if a player keeps backing up and like, you know, taking little, you know, chips off of it, at some point it might be thinking that it's supposed to reset because you got too far out of the radius of where it's supposed to be. Kind of like an RPG, like an MMO or something, right? When you run too far away, it goes back to its original area and resets its health. Or like a boss fight, right? In an RPG, it's like, oh, you went too far away, that's okay, it resets its health. And so it's probably getting confused as you're backing up like that on its check, and then its health is skipping even though you're technically attacking it. So there's just a really complicated code check that's happening there in that particular situation. But yeah, day one was wild. Remember you coming into chat to my friend finding a lot of funny bugs was definitely fun. Yeah, it's all of the questions about the update. Okay, cool. Wait, what's on my screen? What is that? Oh, okay, I was about to say, what? Sorry, the update looks excited and looking forward to it. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, going back to day one release is crazy. Like, man, the game has come a massive way since the day one, and it's still going up, right? So like I said, the more people keep playing the game, the more gravity it keeps getting, right? Like the bigger we can grow the community, the more I want to keep putting in. See, I'm one of those developers who's like, if the game is growing, doing well, I'm going to keep putting massive amounts of content. I'm not just going to stop randomly, right? Like I'm not just going to be like, oh, I made money, I'm done. Like, no. There's too many games that do that, right? It's like, yeah. There's too many games who don't care about their product. They don't care about the game. They don't care about the people. And I'm not one of those people. I'm actually one of those people who hate that and are sick of it. So as long as the game keeps growing, I'm just going to keep dishing out the updates. And guys, I have so many ideas. And obviously the community has ideas too, right? Like people are sharing, oh, it'd be cool if there was this and that, right? So you have a lot of community ideas, and then there's still like the roadmap of ideas that I've had since I released the game before you guys even got to play. I already had a massive roadmap of things I wanted in this game, should the game do well type thing. For example, I already have stuff I want to do for Thanksgiving, and I already have stuff I want to do for Christmas. Actually, Christmas is going to be really cool. I'm not going to talk about it though. We're going into Halloween. But so I already have a whole bunch of ideas of really cool stuff I want to do. So I hope the game keeps growing because I really want to do all that stuff. To your game though, bro, I appreciate all the hard work. I look forward to the spooky update. The doll's terrifying. Thanks, Mr. Scuba. Thanks for dropping in and saying. If you think the doll is terrifying, let me just say that the haunted house is, you're just gonna love it. It's horrifyingly good. If you're someone who just likes horror, that means movies, video games, or like parks. You know, like I said, Busch Gardens, horror events. I love horror. Me and my girlfriend love going to the horror events if we can every year. I grew up on horror since I was a kid. You know, like my dad would wear a mask. I would wake up 6 years old. I would wake up and my dad would be on the side of my bed wearing a mask and give me a heart attack. Like that was my family when I grew up. When I was a kid, I hated Chucky, and they would put Chucky on the TV, and be like, oh, you know, come downstairs. And I'd be like, oh, I don't want to go downstairs if Chucky's on. And they would be like, we're not watching Chucky. I'd come down and Chucky was on the screen and I'd go screaming up the stairs. That was the family that I grew up with. My family loved horror. So like when I made this haunted house, I was like, I want to make this so scary that it scares me as I'm going through it. And as I was developing this house, guys, like, I would go through it and go, oh, that's uncomfortable. Like, I was like, I don't like that scene. And then I would just forget about certain things that I put in there on purpose, because there's a lot of randomized stuff in there that you guys can't predict. So there's like certain things that are kind of like predictable, like in like other horror games. That way you can show your friends. Like, you can bring your friends in and say, hey guys, you know, go over there, see what happens. But there's other parts in the haunted house that are like basically procedurally generated. So like, it's randomly generated. You can't predict it. So you're going to go through a second time and go, oh yeah, there's this thing that happens over there. It's not going to happen. And then your friend's going to walk in second and go, yeah, nothing happened. And then the third person's going to walk in and get it. So it's been developed to be like a real life horror house where if 8 of you go in, you don't know who's getting what. You don't know who's safe. And then there's like some things that you do know, and it's messing with your head. It's so good. I can't wait. I just want to turn on Twitch and just see people scream. And guys, get ready to clip. Tell your chat, if you're a content creator, get ready to clip. I'm telling you, get ready to clip so you could just share that crap everywhere. I have one question only though. New ship layouts in the future. Yeah, Def Reaper. I have ships on the list to eventually get to. But let me just be real with you guys. If a ship gets added, that's not something that's going to happen until next year. Like, that could be January, February, I don't know, because I have to work with artists to create custom stuff for this, so I have to reach out to people. I can figure out all this stuff. That ship has to be made by a modeler and a concept artist from scratch. It's something that's going to take a lot of time. But I do want to do it. I shoot Elizabeth or hit her even though I can't. You keep getting the doll on the ship when we were back. Yeah, it's mentally helpful for all the her giggles and stabbing. I just want to beef with Elizabeth. Robot Pirate Island is also super nice. Robot Pirate Island kind of reminds me of like the new Horizon update that came out, the Tropical Island. That's kind of like the vibes I get from it. Now, there is actually intended, I want to be working on a cyberpunk version of Gaia, just so everybody knows before you go. Because of what happened with the new pirate map, everybody got mad at the original, well, not everybody, but a lot of people got mad that the original map was taken away. So because that happened, I won't be taking away original maps ever again. So when I do Gaia's overhaul with the cyberpunk feel, it's going to be a new map. It's not going to replace current Gaia. So anytime that I do a revamp of an existing map, I'm always going to leave the old map going forward. That way, for those people who did like the traditional, don't have to worry about losing it. So don't worry about that. So anytime I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to redo lava, don't worry, the old lava will stay. I'll just add a new lava. That's it. And then most likely it probably becomes a hard mode because it has like so many components. There'll be like way more AI and way more things in it. And which, by the way, the whole easy, medium, hard mode thing is getting reworked. That's just, if you're wondering, because some people are like, oh, hard mode, you know, easy mode, those don't really feel like, it doesn't feel like the scale is there for hard, medium and stuff. That's because it's not. The easy, medium, and hard is based on map layout. That's it. And actually, some places have more. So the pirate map has way more loot than Port Coral. But pirate map also has alligators and great whites and all this stuff, and you know, and skeleton pirates that constantly respawn that Port Coral doesn't have. And the layout is more involved and more intricate, or falling into lava. A lot of people stay away from Ragnar because of the lava, right? So it's like the layout and, you know, extra loot or something that's making it hard or medium. It's not difficulty level of creature that's making it hard, right? And so I think that's like a you know, kind of like a misunderstanding thing that's happened with some players, because I've noticed some players that comment about it, but it's going to get more rework in the future down the road. Anyway, timed out. I love horror and I watch horror movies as background noise. Okay. My dad made us watch Killer Clowns of Outer Space as punishment. As an infant, it was awful, but was also hilarious now. Well, yeah, there you go. So I have the same experience basically as you. I clicked off, sorry. Let me put on my background audio, so. Goes to uninstall Sketchies for the duration of the Halloween horror event because you're too scared. What's going on over there? I love that. I hope to see Elizabeth just hanging from the ceiling and giggle while chasing you, even though you haven't picked her up. It's hilarious when people see something others don't. Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're using the in-game local chat. I'm small, so no one will clip it, but I will stream it even though I won't reach an audience. Well, I still appreciate the fact that you're streaming it though, and at least trying to reach as many people as you possibly can. Who knows? Maybe some people will drop in. I'll definitely have to use my socials. Yeah, sorry people got mad, but I'm glad you listened to the feedback and brought it back. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like one of those things where I tell people, I say, look, you know, if you didn't like a certain update, you're not happy with something, that's okay, right? There's a way to share your voice and express that to me without like yelling at me or saying this game is crap now, Halo, remove this map, I'm not playing anymore, uninstall, right? There's a way to share and voice your opinion and say like, hey Halo, I do like the new pirate map, but I just want to be a little honest, I did really like the first one, right? Like, is it possible? Is there any way we could maybe get it back or something like that? That's fine. Like, as long as you ask like that, I have no problem with people making requests and asking me questions or letting me know, like, you know, they're not sure about a certain change or whatever. Just ask in a polite way, you know, and that's perfectly fine. It's just, I think there's a lot of people who just don't know. Sorry, there was like a gnat in my face. There's a lot of people who don't know how to ask kindly, you know, they just freak out or whatever. Much appreciated for not taking away maps. And you know, that's a thing, right? I'm one of those people who was like, I look at the feedback, I look at my community, I see what people are doing, what they like to play, and I'm like, okay, I made a mistake, right? That's another thing. A lot of devs don't know how to admit the fact that they made a mistake. It's like everybody literally makes mistakes. Everybody messes up, right? So when I took away the map, I didn't think about it. That was my mistake. I didn't think about like, wait a minute, if I take away this map, is there going to be a lot of people who get mad about it? They're like, are there people who really like this? I didn't even think to do that, like to put that through my head, and that was my fault, right? And so when I saw the feedback, I was like, wait, these people are right? Some people just like the empty ocean, chill vibe, you know, and they have the complete right to like that. So I was like, let me put it back in. Now, in case you guys are wondering, the original one isn't back in. The reason why is because when I was redoing the map, again, I messed up. It was a mistake on my part. And this is the best part about life, right? Like, this is why I like learning, because whenever I make a mistake, I learn from my mistake and I get better. And I can't ever expect to just be always perfect and never make a mistake. But as long as I make a mistake and I get stronger, smarter from it, then actually I would like to make more mistakes, because then I'm just gonna keep getting smarter. And I made the mistake of not making a copy of the original map. So I started working on the pirate map on the original one. That's why you guys can't get the old one back. I can't just turn it back on. Like, I was like, oops, right? So I completely hiccuped that, and there was nothing I could do about it. And I was like, crap, right? And it is what it is. And so what I did was I released that map you guys have now, Port Coral. I tried to make it similar to what the original one was. It's kind of like a combination, like it has more land on it than the original one had. I think the original one had like a lot more ocean. But that's also because I wanted people to have more farming areas, because an issue prior to 0.0.6 was that there wasn't enough farming locations. I don't know if you guys remember, prior to 0.0.6, there would be times you'd run off to an island and there'd be no buried spots, no herbs, no mines. And you'd be running for days like, where is all the harvestables? So 0.0.6, I made sure that that was very abundant, so that, because people, I noticed a lot of people love digging and herbing and everything like that. So that was a huge change that went in. Any chance of adding in flying enemies into Gaia? That would be fun to worry about while exploring. Maybe. I originally did want to have flying. So what's ended up happening is most likely the new Gaia revamp, the additional map that'll come to that planet, the kind of cyberpunk one, probably will have flying AI, right? And so the flying AI might be kind of challenging to survive, which will make that map harder than the current Gaia map. I pooped myself when I saw the great white for the first time. I did too, because I hate sharks. Like, I was streaming it live and I was showing off the great white shark to a few people, and I turned around and the great white shark was like right next to me, and I nearly had a heart attack. That's also because I'm prone to being scared by sharks, because I don't like sharks. Sharks and spiders, yeah. The first crocodile I met, I had to change my... And it's most likely due to the fact that the crocodile makes this ridiculously loud hiss, right? Like, it's terrifying. I saw a lot of people playing the new pirate map, and they would hear the crocodile, and they would go, what in the hell is that? It was like a scene out of Jurassic Park, right? You're just like, there is some terrifying creature near us, and I literally don't want to know what it is. And even to this day, every time you hear the crocodile, you're like, oh my god, the crocodile's nearby. The treasure map pile scared the crap out of me. I had to spawn. Oh, the treasure mimic? Yeah, I did the treasure mimic on... Oh, it was so good. Because I was like, you know what would be funny? Like, me and my girlfriend were like... Yeah, we put like a pile of treasure, and then when you scan it, it just says, pile of treasure, or whatever, right? And everyone's like, ooh, treasure! And they run up to it, and it just scares the crap out of you. I was like, I think that would be really funny. I also am not going to tell anyone about it. In the update, I said nothing about the treasure mimic. So I made sure that it got a lot of people off guard. The pirate map is fun. Deaf people need to understand it's your game. Yeah. I do enjoy the new choral. It feels more alive with the added stuff. Sorry for blowing up the stream and messaging a lot. No, it's fine. I don't think anyone's blown up the stream. I think you guys are fine. Honestly, guys, like, I haven't done a stream in like a month and a half. So, you know, even if I go, I know I'm a little over time to what I originally planned, but let's be real, I haven't been on here for a long time, so it's okay. And also, a lot of people are talking. When a lot of people are talking, it really makes me want to stay. Obviously, you understand if you're a content creator and you're like, man, no one's talking in my chat, right? So the more people that talk, it just really makes me want to stick around and keep talking to you guys. So don't worry about asking questions or sharing experiences you had in the game. That's perfectly fine. No mines. That was a good thing, I assure you. Yeah, love getting one. I missed the abundance of night blossoms. It really let up the ship. Oh, for that, yeah, that particular situation. No, I love sharks. It glitched through the building and I screamed so loud at 3 a.m. and wait, are you talking about? Oh, yeah, it's like it's skeletal mesh kind of peaks because the collision isn't around the entire mesh, right? It's kind of around a central point on the capsule on the center of body. So the skeletal mesh clips through the glass and you think the shark is actually inside the building. These things are funny. I don't feel like changing these things because they're funny. They're like a little bit janky, but that's kind of what adds like that part of the silliness to the game. But no, seriously, sharks are my worst fear. I don't care if they just pixels on a screen. There's a shark, I'm out. Oh, well, if you don't care if it's just pixels, then that great white shark must have gave you an absolute heart attack. Because that great white lot looks pretty good, right? Like, that's the one thing I think a lot of people point out about Sketchy's Contract compared to a lot of other games is like, well, other games, I guess you could say in the similar spectrum or something, is that the graphics in Sketchy's Contract is like, pretty high, right? Yet the performance is still really good because it's definitely hard to get Unreal Engine 5 and, you know, with all the stuff I have to run good on a lot of computers. And I think it's doing pretty well overall. But hello, hey, how's it going, Blucifer? Did I say that right? Blucifer TV. It's super late here, but wanted to drop in and say hi. 3:40 in the morning. Well, I appreciate you dropping by. Thank you so much. I did talk about the new update for the Halloween, or it's not necessarily Halloween. It's 0.0.7, so it is just general an update. It's just that Halloween comes with it. So I covered that today. If you have any questions about it, I can answer some of those. Right now, I'm just kind of chatting with the community before I head off, but I'm still open to answering some questions that anyone might have about it. In case you gotta go, okay, no problem. Have a good night, a good one, Lucifer. Thanks for dropping by. I think Sketchy's is so good. I appreciate you being here. I really do. October 22nd, Lucifer. In case you aren't aware, didn't see the update or anything like that, on the 22nd, the update will be here, so you can, you know, put that on your schedule and prepare for that. Please don't. Honestly, there is nothing a game breaking. That make the game so funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there might be. Occasional, breaks here and there, some occasional bugs or whatever. But I do feel for the most part, the game is very playable, right? I mean, let's be real. What game, what early access? You're gonna be like, oh yeah, there's no bugs in this game. Oh yeah, this game never has any issues. I don't think I can think of a game like that. So I just try to make it the best I can. I try to keep updating it. I try to keep polishing it wherever I possibly can and hope that people continue to have a good time. So it's my favorite game. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it that much. And hopefully this update will make it even better for you. unless you hate horror or something and it's too scary for you. But I love the funny glitches. They make the game even more entertaining, especially when playing with your buddies on the weekend. Love making memories, most of which are from the funny glitches. And that's a good point, Drew. I think like a lot of people get a lot of memories from a lot of the stupid glitches and the jankiness, right, of the game. I think that's reason also why a lot of people do like indie games like this, is that is funny. It makes you laugh and you can get a good moment out of it, right? Whether you post a clip about it or whatever, or even if you don't, even if you're not a streamer, you're not someone who's posting clips, even if you're just playing with your friends and you guys start crying on the floor laughing, that's a moment that you might not ever forget, depending on what moment it was. You might not ever forget that moment you had, right? And I feel like I've seen a lot of people cry laughing in this game. I've watched a lot of TikToks of people you can hear the tears of laughter from something that happened to either them or their friends. And it's such a joy to see people laughing like that. And I think that's why I like working on the game. I hope more and more people can experience that level of laughter, because I mean, in the end of the day, who doesn't want to just laugh all the time, right? So, and I think there's like certain bugs in the game that actually create that laughter. And some of them might be a little frustrating, but they're also really funny. And I guess for me as a gamer, I feel like I don't take gaming like super seriously or anything like that. Like I'm 32 years old. I've been playing games for a really long time. And once I got to a certain age, like I used to take games really seriously when I was like younger. And then I just go older and I was like, I would play a game and just say, it's just a game. That was like my philosophy, like something happened, a game breaking thing happened, a bug happened. I was like, whatever. It's just a game, whatever. Because like the only thing that mattered to me was, did I have fun? And if the answer is like, yeah, I had fun. Okay, who cares? We're going to stop playing your game now. Thanks for answering our questions and talking to us. Thanks, Mr. Scuba. I hope you guys have a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. And also, I hope you have a good time with this update that's coming out in 10 days. Right around the corner. It's the highlight of my weekends with my online gaming friends. Yeah, on our way to meet our 2K quota on Treasure Island. Good luck. We'll stream the update on release day. Thank you for making this. Thanks for dropping by, Theodorian. And like everyone else, I hope a lot of people start streaming this when it comes out on the 22nd. So I myself will be trying to reach out to as many people as I know to play it, so that hopefully I can see a lot of people playing it on that first week. You can open up Twitch and be like, oh, and I'll try to drop by, right, as many people as I can say hi to. Obviously if I'm able to make it a stream or I just didn't see it or something like that, apologies ahead of time. But when I do release this update, I will definitely be trying to be like, hey, I wonder who's playing, and say hello, because I do like to show appreciation for everyone that does. Anytime one of us goes, oh shit, we all go, your name is but yeah, so to end it off again, last time I'll say it, if you like recently just joined into the chat and you play the game and you really like the game, if you're looking for a way to help me out, guys, like leave a positive review if you haven't already. Positive review is going to help me immensely, and it's going to help the game grow. It's going to help the community grow, because a lot of people look at reviews and say, should I play this game, right? And if they see mixed reviews, they might not buy it. So if you haven't already and you're able to, it's going to help me out immensely. Yeah, so would you like us to post in the Discord? You can post it if you want, Theodorian, in the Discord, in the area that I said. What is it? It's like self-promotion. You can self-promote as long as you're self-promoting the sketchies. So don't self-promote like just other random games. That should make sense, right? Like, don't promote other games in Sketchy's contract, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, as long as you're playing Sketchies, I'm perfectly fine with you promoting yourself inside there. Yeah, and other people in the community might drop by and say hi to you. So I think most of my community is actually pretty cool, right? Pew pew, not boombot. Yeah. Just that's part of the good streaming. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, it's no problem. And not sure. Yeah. That's gonna be part of streaming. Oh yeah, the pew pew. It was pew pew, not boombot. Yeah. Remember with pew pew, you can use the boombox as long as you're holding the boombox. If you turn it on, you can lure pew pew. You might already know about it. If you don't know about it, you can lure Pew Pew away from, like, into any other room. Pew Pew won't shoot you. Just make sure that when you shut off Pew Pew, you run fast, or shut a door between you and Pew Pew, because... Oh, also, if you haven't already, turn the boombox next to Gelati. If you haven't done it, it will make Gelati dance, and a lot of people like it. So you can go experience that if you haven't already done it. Thank you so much for making a really cool game, and that you are so involved with the community. It means so much more than you know. Feeling hurt about things happening in a game you love so much is seriously huge. Something a lot of other developers, even with a whole team of them, don't seem to get. So seriously, thank you for everything you do. And yeah, you know, it's like a back and forth thank you, Drew, right? It's like thank you for, you know, being kind enough to come in here and share your positive words, because I feel like for some reason, I don't know what's going on, but it's like in 2024 and just moving forward, it feels like positivity is like hard to come by. It's like there's like way more negativity than there is positivity. So I'm very grateful for when people like yourself and others here in chat you come in here and say kind things, like, as I feel like it's like rare. And that's kind of sad. I feel like we shouldn't have to feel that way, but I feel like that's like the reality of the world right now for some reason. So it feels really good to hear people say such kind things about the game. So I'm very appreciative about that. And it's my pleasure to make it good because, you know, like yourself and many other people who play this game, you know, there's a lot of people who play this game for many different reasons. So if I can continue to make it good and, you know, continue to make sure that you're having a great time every time you play, that makes me happy. I'm good. And I'm happy about it. It's unfortunate that it's the only thing is a Big Daddy. There's so much of a Pew Pew's missiles going through doors. I think recently some sort of issue has happened with that, because previously it was fixed. Pew Pew's things were not, like, the damage shouldn't be going through doors. Maybe the missile itself looks like it's going through doors, but the damage shouldn't be. And if it is, then it's a bug, obviously. But I always think I'm a god, and he humbles me real quick. If you have to, always use your emote. Remember, the dance emote, right? The vibe makes you immune to missile damage. So at the very least, you can always survive the missiles by just dancing. Yeah, so anyway, I think that's a good place to end it. Guys, I'm really excited. So I'm going to end the stream. I've already posted it to Steam. Oh, you didn't hear about it. October 22nd, the update. Oh, you're talking about the dance. Yeah. Oh, I don't have it unlocked right here, but if you go to Sketchy's data and you read about Gelati, yeah, I have to scan. You have to remember, you do have to scan the creatures to add them into your Sketchy's data. But if you scan them and then go read, sorry, Pew Pew, not Gelati. If you go scan Pew Pew and read the Sketchy's data, it'll tell you about vibing inside there. It's like a hint. It has some description and it puts vibing in quotes or something to hint to the player that, hey, maybe try vibing next time. And yes, it'll make you immune to missile damage. You have a great night and day, depending on where your time. Yeah, it's night for me, and thank you. But yeah, guys, everyone, thank you so much for dropping in. I'll go ahead and end the stream here, and you know, I'm gonna go ahead and continue preparing the Halloween update for you on the 22nd. So I'm really excited. Tell everyone you know, right? If you haven't already. You know, it's like a lot of you have like, oh, I already did that, right? But tell everyone you know, and if there's anyone skeptical that is like, this game's not scary at all, say, okay, now play, and let me know if it's scary. So that's like a challenge to you. Everyone was like, game's not scary, I don't want to play. I'm so curious as to what you're going to think after you play this update. And again, remember, in the end of the day, it's not like you're playing a single-player immersive Madison game, right? Remember, it is still a multiplayer game where a lot of people are running around. It's still a different immersive experience. But you will get scared. In a haunted house, you will get scared. So, expect like a traditional house, tighter hallways. So, that's going to make you uncomfortable. Thank you so much for the hard work. This game has been so much fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll just say I2. Unless it's L2 and it's a lowercase L. I'm not sure. Nah, Mimics scare me all the time. The one time I don't scan when I get chat. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens every single time. People get too comfortable with the game. They're like, I don't need to scan anymore. And then the mimic comes out of nowhere and you're like, no, I think I do need to scan, right? It's actually really funny. Or if you pick up Elizabeth by accident because you get too comfortable pressing E, right? Like every crate, you're like E, 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 and then Elizabeth appears in your face. You're like, oh my God. And then you throw in I see a lot of people jump from Elizabeth because they just spam E. Like they don't pay attention to the fact that she's inside the crate, and it's really funny. And in case anyone's wondering, last note here, the Easter egg, the way that I put Elizabeth inside the access crate laying like that is actually like an Easter egg to Annabelle, because in the movie she you know, it's delivered inside of a box, right, to the wife, and she opens it and Elizabeth is laying down. So I did the same thing. I put her inside the crate laying down. That was the whole point. Because I love the Conjuring series, and I love the Annabelle series so good. Oh, true. Yeah. Good side note from my girlfriend here. When you're going through the haunted house, you might forget by that. It's like 10 days from now, unless you write it down. When you're going through the haunted house, check to see which scenes I've set up in the house are reminiscent to movies, horror movies you have seen. I've explicitly have multiple scenes in my haunted house that are actually pointing at their references to really well-known movies that a lot of people like. So I think you guys will have a good time with that. And that means that since I really like The Conjuring, you can imagine I have a scene in there that references that. So very spooky. This game humbles everyone. Thanks for the stream and all your hard work. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by, Warvoid. It's an R? Wait, oh. Okay, there we go. Is it just like renegades? This Elizabeth has been so funny to try to get to the ship. See, having her lay down also makes it harder because I don't process it to her. If she's standing up, I don't think I'd pick her up as much. Yeah, exactly. She's kind of like sneaking inside the crate, catching you off guard. All right, cool. I got it right. Awesome. Let me. Whoop, 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 whoop. I almost spun my camera to a Halloween plush. Let me just go over here for a second. All right. Anyway, I'll do this one more time. If you didn't already see this, when you get into the new update, guys, go to your suit over here, your suit modifier. All the colors got moved. Your colors aren't in the bed anymore, so don't click on the bed and be like, oh, my stuff is gone. Just go right to the suit modification. You can change all your colors right here. You can preview your colors by hovering over them, and you can choose all the new suits here to display and see what they look like. We got 5 new skins. I'm really excited to see what everyone's going to think about those. I added the suit previewing because people would just buy a color and be like, I wonder if this is a nice blue, right? And then buy it and go, man, I should have got pink, right? Or whatever. So the the preview allows you to see what you're gonna get, like, so you don't just waste your money on something you actually ended up not liking. Yeah, especially with custom skins, right? Like if you click on a skin, like like if I come over to this one and you see it says like Cybercat Pioneer, right? You're gonna click on it and be like, what is that, right? And then you just forced to buy it and not even know what it looks like. And by the way, they're expensive, so it's like, that sucks, right? Because when you put it on, you're like, man, I don't like this skin, so this will let you preview it. So all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'm about to get some food, and I'm just gonna go back to working and getting this update ready. I got 10 days. The countdown begins today. Like I said, let everyone you know about this, let everyone you know about this Halloween update if you can. Help spread the word. It'll really help me out a lot. And you can expect to see a message, not a message, but Midnight Brunette, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping on in. I will be, kind of like, probably putting some TikTok up there and stuff like that when the update drops and everything, to try to get as many people as we can in here playing it, because I think a lot of people are going to have such a good time with it. So have a good night. Thank you for dropping by. If you just dropped in, sorry that I'm ending the stream here, Brunette. But I'll say it lastly. The Halloween update is coming out on October 22nd. If you're just dropping in, you didn't hear when it's coming out, October 22nd. You can go check out the update right now on Steam. I already posted the announcement, so obviously you're late and you didn't get to hear about the update, you can go read about the announcement right now, and it has all the information about the new map, about the haunted house, and it talks about plush skins and everything that's going to be coming with the update. So plush collecting is also the best part of the game. Yes, and if you don't know, Renegades, the new plush thing that's coming in is going to be the EMF finding of Ghost Plush, which I did talk about during the stream, but I may not have... let me go here. I think you guys can see this. Let me move this down. Game capture. If you guys weren't here early before, I did showcase this right at the bottom. There's your new... these are like your new elevators that are going to bring you over to level 1. They're undead skeleton horses that pull a carriage over to level 1 and level 2. It's absolutely amazing. It's so epic. I love it. This is probably like my favorite map now because it's so freaking cool. I mean, just look at it. It's so cool. And by the way, it's a GIF, so the quality on GIFs is low, right? This looks amazing in game. If you can run high settings, or if you can run high or epic and experience lumen and volumetric fog and everything, oh my goodness. I just thought of, oh my, I thought of that stupid YouTube. Anyway, but yeah. And if you didn't already see, lastly, before I get out of here, on the page, you see here, there's a new way to find a Ghost Plush. You can use an EMF device that'll be provided for everyone that goes into the map. So when you land your ship, you're going to walk out. There's going to be a table, and it's going to have a bunch of EMFs on it. It'll describe to you how the EMF works, so don't worry about it. You can walk around the map and search for the Ghost Plush with your EMF. Once you find the plush, you get to EMF 5, the plush will automatically reveal itself, allowing you to pick up the plush. Also, remember, keep yourself in mind. Keep in mind that this is a creepy map. This is a horror map. So don't get tunnel visioned into looking for your ghost plush and then something comes jumping out of a hole. So, which probably will happen at some point in time. It's very unpredictable. You don't know when it's going to happen. So I'm very excited to see, watch you guys walk around too with this EMF and look for your ghost plush. I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, the lights on the doors hurt my eyes on high settings. Oh, okay. But I may suffer for this. There's not as many. This is a much more dimmer lit map, so it shouldn't hurt your eyes nearly as much inside this map. Very dark map. Even during the day, it's very gloomy and eerie and dark, even during the day on this map. So very, very, very creepy. But all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and head off. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for bits and everything else and being here. And I don't know when the next time I'm going to stream. Obviously, I'm going to be working to get this update out on the 27th. So I'm going to be going ham on that. And, you know, if you're following the Discord, if you're not following Discord, go click the link and get in there. I always post when I'm going to do a stream. So if you liked hanging out during the stream and chatting with me and chatting with everyone else in chat and you'd like to do it again, make sure you're in there so you can be updated about that. Or obviously, if you haven't followed, make sure you follow so you get that as well. I love to stream my updates. So obviously, I'm going to stream the next one as well and the one after that. So, yeah, everybody have a great night. Thank you so much. I'm super excited. I hope you are. I know most of you are. And I'm going to be seeing you guys soon, assuming, obviously, if you share the game by streaming and stuff like that. I'll see you. But have a great night. Thank you so much. And goodbye.